Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. Back again with another episode, talking Brewers as we like to do. We got Clunker tonight, guys. We got Clunker. Just not a good game. But before that, you can catch us every day, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on all your favorite podcast platforms. I had uh, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, YouTube, Apple, Rumble, you name it, we're there. Talking Brewers as we do. You can also catch us on X, Miller Minute on X, and Facebook, the Miller Park Minute, and the Milwaukee Brewers. If you want to subscribe down below, you can subscribe for free, or you can join, which is a little monetary. You can also join us over on Patreon, patreon.com/Miller Park Minute. And you can use the SeatGeek code to save yourself $20 off on tickets to your Milwaukee Brewers or any other event. And that code is Miller Park Minute, obviously. So the Brewers dropped the game 7-3 in 10, still first place. The Cubs are creeping up. This was an ugly one. So we'll talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly real quick. This is going to be a shorter episode, guys. Just another long day. Stuff happens lately. It just seems to be the theme. But so the story of today's game was a great outing. A quality start from our man Wade Miley in his second start back from the IL. 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, obviously, 3 walks, 2 Ks, and he gave up a long ball. Then it got Perguo, who's been clunky lately. He gave up some runs. We tied out. Devin Williams went scoreless, so that was good for him. Chafin and Uribe were the problem today. So when you rely on your bullpen a lot of times and not your bats, what happens is you can give up runs and they can be not answered. So we gave up unanswered runs, all of which got hung on Mr. Chafin. Uribe just didn't look sharp, coming in with the bases loaded. Didn't go well. So Christian Yelich went 1 for 5 today. Contreras went 1 for 4. Canna went 1 for 4. Tyrone Taylor had an 0 for. Frelick had an at bat, didn't popped out. Montecero 3 for 4 today. He accounted for 3 of the 9 hits that we put up. Weimer accounted for 2 of the 9 hits, 2 for 4 for Weimer. Turang had an over, and Caratini had an over as well. Brian Anderson did go 1 for 4. So Montecero did have a long ball today, and so did William Contreras. But that was the offense. Not very much of it, so that's bad. Especially late when we needed to come back. In that 10th inning, just it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And a lot of people say, why did you use Devin Williams right away? Well, the problem with using Devin Williams right away, or not using Devin Williams right away, is you still have to get to that 10th. So the problem with the theory that you could, just don't use Devin Williams, use him for that high leverage situation. Well, technically the 9th was a high leverage situation as well. So that kind of dispels that theory. Downright ugly. Uribe and Chafin giving up all the runs, all the walks, I should say, which led to walks with bases loaded, and i.e. the runs that scored that we couldn't make up for in the end. So just an ugly one, guys, a clunker. We'll go get him tomorrow. This isn't we don't live and die in one game. I mean, we live and die by this team, but this was Wade Miley's 300th start. Fun fact. And it was a gem. It really was. But unfortunately, he just couldn't get the win, unfortunately. one of the things people are I see this going on right now on Twitter, and I see this going on in some of the other podcasts. Uh, Day to day, people are, every loss is just excruciating. And I'm going to say this again: this isn't football, guys. When I look at these guys, especially like a Willie Adamas who's struggling, or some of the rookies have been struggling a little bit with at bats. What I look at is I look at the whole of it. Tomorrow's a fresh day. We had some. So we didn't do all the best, and all the at bats early in the season weren't the best for. I mean, Yelich is hitting 290, and he struggled for a good 2 months. So it takes a while to get batting average. You can't look at the batting average. Daily production, yes, you can look at the daily production, but you also have to realize each day is a new day. Um, Someone the other night kind of called me out on the live stream, and I actually kind of appreciate it, and it's kind of where this take comes from. But you kind of got to look at them day by day. You know, Tyrone Taylor hitting that 2-run home run the other day won us the game in Pittsburgh. So you got to take each day, and each day's at bats one day at a time. So, if Caratini comes up, or, Willie Adamas comes up tomorrow and he's been struggling, you look at what he's done that day, and that's how you decide how he's doing. Now, prolonged slumps, that doesn't always apply to, obviously, but I think that'll give us a little more peace of mind when we're talking about these at bats. Um, that's a big piece right now, is just getting these solid at bats and stringing a good series of at bats together. Tomorrow we got Hauser on the mound versus Flexen. Flexen's got 7.82 ERA. Hauser's got a 4.19, 4.19. And Hauser's been pretty good in these last two starts, getting some strikeouts. Really, really just coming around, and that's what we need. And we need the bats to come together. Looks like Sal Frelick is honored on the top rookies list right now. He is actually coming in at, where is he? Number 7. So right now they're saying Tristan Cassis of the Red Sox first base, James Ottman center field for the Dodgers. And these are all guys that have fresh came up. Gavin Williams, pitcher for the Guardians. Kodai Senga of the Mets. He was previously number 2. Matt McClain, shortstop for the Reds. I'm going to butcher this. Eduardo Julian is the second baseman for the Twins. Our boy Sal Frelick. Zach Geloff, second base for the Athletic. Chase Silseth, right-handed pitcher for the Angels. And Tanner Beebe, right-handed pitcher for the Guardians. So it's cool to have one on that list. That's kind of a big deal. Guys, I have not done anything over at Brewer Fanatic, but go check out Brewer Fanatic. Join the community there. I really recommend it. Good stuff. There was an article today, and I want to talk about this because I've seen this posted on Facebook like 10 times in the last week. So the cheese hat has disappeared from the home run celebration. And there's some mystique around it. So our boy Adam McCalvey wrote an article today talking about the cheese hat. And they really they didn't like put an explanation of what actually is going on. They hinted at Willie Adamas said, "Well, I don't know," and then he further asked Christian Yelich about it. Christian said, "Well, I'm not in charge of that, but it's just it may be gone away for a short period of time or something like that. I don't know. It's something weird. I think we're seeing less and less of the different home run celebrations. I think that was something that MLB kind of pushed on them to make it cool and fun for the season. So I don't know. I'm not really concerned if they're putting a cheese hat on after they're hitting a homer or not. I don't know who is, but it's got me shaking my head on that one. It really does. I mean, it's like one of those things. It's like the littlest trivial thing to notice in the game. Like I'd rather be more curious about toe taps and leg kicks and who's pitching different grips and that kind. Those are things I look at. Yeah. So that was the story on that. It wasn't a good game, guys. In total, I'd say it's a downright ugly game. Not one of the worst ones we've had in a while, but ranks up there because it just the bleeding didn't stop there, and it was painful to watch in the end. So that is what it is. But we will be back tomorrow evening with a full episode. I know I've done some shorties this week. It's just been a busy week, kind of getting towards the end of summer and getting the kids geared up for school and stuff like that. So it's been one of those weeks so far. It's only Tuesday, so we'll get at you guys tomorrow. I appreciate everyone for liking, subscribing. Thank you for sharing the links, rating and reviewing, whatever you're doing. Keep it up, guys. As always, go Brewers. We're going to get them tomorrow. We're taking this series tomorrow. So we will see you in the next video. And look forward to some special guests in the next week here. I had to reschedule some. Just conflicts of interest or conflicts of schedule. So there will be special guests coming back. We're bringing guests back to the Miller Park Minute. So you guys have a great rest of your day. As always, go Brew Crew. We'll get them tomorrow. I say it because I believe it. I say it with conviction. You're still first place Milwaukee Brewers. Let's remember that, guys. When we're ragging on X about the Brewers, remember they're still in first place. All right, get at me on Twitter, X, Facebook, whatever it may be. DM me, Instagram if you want to. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.